I don't think it's safe for us to drive in this.
Well, we said it would never happen again, but after getting caught up in yet another snowstorm,
We lived!
we wrapped up our work, workouts, and frozen hose, left Park City, and hit the road.
Later, Park City.
Direction, Moab, Utah. Park full, come back in 3 to 5 hours. What the heck?
In this week's episode, we check out Arches and Canyonlands National Park, Dead Horse State Park, and hike to some of the best arches in the area. A little bit more cardio than you expected, isn't it? Nathan's dream finally comes true.
I'm not even sure what kind of snake it was.
Snakes, spiders, and lizards. Oh my! Yeah, it's a nice little climb. Will we be able to burn enough calories to compensate for the cronuts? Wait and find out.
I can't see myself with anyone else.
I think you're ready for liftoff.
So I got you the first on the list with a pain in my heart.
This is 4Runner and Jeep land by far. We've seen, I feel like every other car is a 4Runner or a Jeep, and there's tons of lifted Sprinter vans, like the decked out ones. Like you can tell these people, they live for Moab.
I want one too.
I know.
It's only 100 and something thousand.
It's like 140,000 or something like that.
They're pricey.
But yeah, oh, and then those dune buggy things. What are those?
Dune buggy.
Those look fun.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know how much they cost to rent, but we should either try this trip or next trip. Alright, so we were driving down this road and we noticed a few rock climbers and then a few more. There's like hundreds of rock climbers just right off the side of the road, climbing up these bouldering, rock climbing, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Look, just this guy right here. More people down there.
And there's some petroglyphs.
Yeah, which
It's like a sign we're driving. It's like a sign. Petroglyphs. Oh.
oh, history. Dude, it makes me want to try. So we may or may not have made a not very wise decision, and that's to go to the national park on Saturday. This morning that we were here, it said that the park was full, so you couldn't even enter the park. It's like you drove in and then you had to do your turn and come back. Now it says it's open, but there's like, I don't know, 100 cars in front of us just to get into the entrance.
Yeah,
Telling you, national parks to me are just nature theme parks. That's what it kind of feels like if you think about it.
Coming soon, Disney teams up with National Park Service.
Dude, and here they are at their cute little hats. I freaking love them. Hi, how are you?
Flip that one over.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll get out.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, we're in.
Woo!
We're in the national park. I read online it takes about 3 to 4 hours to do the loop, and it just didn't add up because it said it was only like 44 miles or something like that. So I asked the national park lady, and she said, if you don't do many stops, hour and a half. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That is the line to get in. How insane is that? Saturday, late October, still busy as hell. So Arches National Park is of course known for its arches. I believe there's about 2,000 of them or so, maybe even more. Some you can see from the road. Most of them you're gonna have to hike up to. That being said though, the main reason people come here is for the landscape. It feels like you're on a different planet. It feels like Mars. It feels like the Interstellar movie. It's crazy. Another cool thing is the arch that you see on people from Utah's license plate. That's also in Arches National Park. That's called Delicate Arch. We're gonna check that out this afternoon. Arches was made a national park in 1971, receives almost 1.5 million visitors annually, and offers numerous hiking trails to explore the 2,000 or so natural stone arches. There's a lot of arches that are very easy to get to, and we were able to see many of them over just a couple days.
This is one of my favorite spots so far.
And if you like what you see and want to support our channel, please subscribe. It really helps us out a lot.
Oh, there it is.
So one of my dreams just came true of finally seeing a snake. I'm not even sure what kind of snake it was.
Cardinal.
Was it?
That's what they said.
Well, it didn't have a rattle, so that's the good news, but it was moving super slow. Anyways, glad that happened. Made me happy.
And everybody's all standing like away from it and Nathan gets super up close.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a rattle, so I felt maybe that was naive.
Then everybody else did it.
Yeah, I don't know. Might have been a bad thing, who knows.
Alright, so we decided to do the viewpoint. It's like a very short little hike to be able to see it over there instead of the hike, because the hike was 3 miles and honestly we're kind of on a time crunch, and it's really nice because there's only been a few other people sprinkled in and out, where over there you can see all the people who took the time to hike and they're waiting in line to get their photos.
Instagram photo. If I had to give a quick comparison between Arches National Park and Canyonlands National Park, I find that the landscapes are very different. They're both incredible and they're both really known for their overlooks and their viewpoints. Canyonlands, of course, you're going to be up high looking down. Arches, you're going to be looking up toward the arches. So it's kind of different in that sense. And one thing we immediately picked up on was how much Moab, the area of Moab, attracts adventure seekers and adrenaline junkies. I mean, you see ATVs everywhere, UTVs, people are hiking, rock climbing, biking. It's like super outdoorsy, super active. And in the downtown area of Moab, you also see a lot of places that will rent out all those things. So it's, I did read, I don't know if this is true or not, that it's the adventure capital of Utah. I'm sure there's many cities that are for adventure in Utah, but Moab definitely feels like a hub for it, a mecca of sorts. We're up early, gonna grab a quick coffee as always, and then head on out to the Canyonlands National Park.
Woo! Candyland!
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Not Candyland, Canyonlands.
It always sounds like Candyland.
She got that sweet too. We got our coffees. Let's go.
We need our coffee, clearly.
My eyes are still slightly
Slightly slanted.
Slightly squinty. I'm half Asian, but right now it might be 80%.
Hi.
All right, quick stop here at Dead Horse Point State Park. It's literally right before Canyonlands National Park, and we had to stop because I've heard that this is maybe the best view we're gonna get of the Colorado River.
One of the best things about this park so far is that there's hardly anyone here. We just talked to a lady here and she said, yeah, right now is a really good time to be at this park because there's hardly anyone, but she let us know that Moab has been completely packed the entire summer and it's taken people, 25 minutes to get in or more. All right, we're pulling up to Canyonlands and I can see in the distance that is their entrance station. Looks like it's gonna be a wait. Hi, how are you?
Good. Perfect. And we all like a map.
Yes, please.
Page 7, have fun.
I appreciate it.
Do you have
Thanks a lot.
questions? No.
I think we're good.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, we've made it into Canyonlands. Must say the wait wasn't as bad as it looked. But let me just recap the last few weeks because it's been a journey, okay? We started at Badlands National Park. Also, Custer State Park is right next door. Then we went on to Yellowstone, which is a behemoth of a national park, probably the biggest, maybe my favorite national park I've ever been to. Moving on to Grand Tetons National Park, and now we're here in Moab with both Arches and Canyonlands. There's the guy on YouTube I saw who got up bright and early to come here. He thought he was gonna be like with very few people, and he shows up and there's just like 100 people there already with cameras set up.
This is a nightmare. This is the reality behind Instagram.
It's been like that even when we were just in Grand Tetons, remember?
Looks like we're the first ones here.
We went to, how do you say it, like Schumacher's? Whatever that place was. Jesus, I'm butchering.
Michael Schumacher? What?
These national parks, you know, they're getting more popular. I'm sure nature enthusiasts are like, stop doing videos on national parks, save them for us.
From even our drive to Moab and our drive through Arches, our drive through Canyonlands, the variety in the landscape is truly astounding. I feel like you go 15 miles and it completely changes on you just without you expecting it. It's like,
And we're lucky to have snow on the tops of the mountains.
Snow at the top.
It's so
That's
beautiful
crazy.
right now. So cool. All right, watch how steep the drop off is. Oh my God. Another national park, another turkey sandwich with a view. All right, we've added one more walk.
The Grand View.
The Grand View walk.
Overlook. Taking another overlook here. All I want to know is the river actually green? This one's called Green River. When we went into the visitor center, I saw an extremely overly saturated photo where the river was green, and I'm like, that's not real. So now we're gonna find out. Yeah, I think they call it Green River not because of the color of the water, but the vegetation along the water is very green. See this boulder formation in front of us here, this configuration, they call it the devil's ass crack. So sort of two butt cheeks collide.
Man, stop. It does look like that.
All right, we're up super early. Like
I was
that.
like, damn.
Like that. All right, we're up super early for the Corona and Bow Tie Arch hike. We're hoping to get there by sunrise. I think we're gonna make it this time. Usually we're always running a bit late, but today we made sure to get up extra early. As you guys can see behind me, the light is sort of popping through a little bit, but all right, let's get to it. All right, we made it. Are we the only ones? Nope.
Just 3 cars though, that's pretty good. Ooh, big ass bump.
Let's get going.
We're so lucky that nobody's here. Literally 3 cars. I was expecting there to be way more people just from everything that they've been telling us about this park this year. I hope there's hardly anyone there. Okay, let's do it.
Gotta cross some train tracks.
This is a little bit more cardio than you expected, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like all uphill at the beginning, but then it's kind of leveling out now. So beautiful this time of day though. Like the light, you can just imagine the colors are just gonna get richer from here on out.
Getting that heart rate up early in the morning. Dude, it looks like we're in the bush in Australia. a hole, just something really heavy and round dropped down from the sky and created a hole.
See it there?
Oh, that arch. Jesus, I'm looking at that hole over there.
You're looking at the wrong arch. It's not uncommon here in this area because there's thousands of them.
Yeah. Well, also a lot of the times Nathan's doing all the planning of things and I just show up. So he's like, 6 a.m. we're getting up and we're gonna go see this arch that's outside of the park that he thinks might be one of the coolest arches. So I'm like, okay, but I have no reference or any idea, but that, oh, I see. Now I can actually see it's a legit arch. So that's the arch. And from here, it's still, can't really tell it's an arch, but when I get up, you'll be able to see through it.
The ascent begins.
Oh, wow, okay. Oh, they do kind of have little stepping things. Well done. Yeah, there it is. How cute is that? There's a little ladder. Yeah. Watch your camera. I love when hikes have stuff like this. Makes it so much fun. I love when it's not packed.
All right, we made it to Corona Arch, and we're pretty much the only ones here. So it was a really smart and strategic move to do it on a Monday and to do it early. And we already got our time lapse going on a GoPro on the little rock right there. And yeah, this hike is about 2.3 miles total, and I don't think it's a loop. So far I've been looking at where the loop would go around and I don't see it, so I think it's a there and back. But 2.3 miles. It was mostly uphill, nothing too crazy, but there's some cool, there's like a ladder, and then there's like these like,
If you got bad angles, I wouldn't do this hike though.
yeah,
It's pretty uphill.
the ground's also really uneven. That's why the ankles thing, like you definitely have some really good shoes. But like, as you guys can see, there's nobody. There's literally nobody here. I read a few blogs on this hike because Arches is so darn packed right now that, first of all, this arch is blowing my mind. Like, I think it's actually one of the most beautiful arches in this whole area.
Look at the base. Look at my head comparison to the base of that.
All right, Olivia's gonna run over there so you guys can get a perspective of how big this arch actually is. And the first time I actually saw this arch was on a viral YouTube video of this dude who built like the world's biggest swing. And he's probably for sure an adrenaline junkie type, but he set it up where I believe I remember him swinging through the arch, which sounds ludicrous, but I'll post that video up right here because it was a crazy video. Okay, Olivia's almost made it. Yeah, to give you guys perspective, look how massive the base of that arch is. It's just insane. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is this arch / hike is not in the national park, so it's 10 minutes away.
It's free.
It's free. It's less busy, and it might be even more majestic.
Yes.
The echo is crazy.
What? Let's do it again. Ready? Oh! We went with the salted caramel crow dough. I thought it was a cronut, but it's actually called a crow dough. So that means it's a croissant donut with this like freaking glaze. Oh, I can hear it. It's like crunchy. Going for it. Oh.
Yo, just that sound and texture, I was like, what the heck?
We got one to split because we're trying to be good. I might need my own.
So I just took like 3 bites. And all I gotta say is Olivia downplayed the hell out of this donut. This donut is on another level. I'm not even kidding you. This is texturally the craziest donut ever. It is a crispy, buttery, flaky croissant covered with salted caramel, but it just melts as soon as you bite it. It's freaking crazy. I've never had a donut like this.
We gotta fix your thing.
We're coming back tomorrow.